All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezers Show. I'm your host, Murph, and here we are in the upper Illinois area, freezing our butts off still, but ready to throw a good show your way. Well, we got some Motley Crue coming your way, some Kiss, Anthony Kiedis, Ace Frehley, Snoop, Sublime, all sorts of good stuff going on this week. And of course, I gotta have a little help because I'm really gonna stumble right out of the gate, man. I could need some help from my buddy, and that would be Doc Fox. What's shaking there, Doctor Rooney?
Yeah. Pretty fruitful week this week
Wow.
as far as rock news, man. Yeah, as you know, we give it to you every week, and we're just at the mercy of the stories. And some weeks they give us good ones, and this is one of those weeks. So yeah, thanks everybody for checking in on us, and hope everybody's getting. We're kind of getting out of the deep freeze a little bit, but yeah, it's all nasty and sleety and crap out there. So yeah, it's getting through the winter months, those crap months. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so glad y'all found us. Please subscribe so you don't lose us. And yeah, like I said, some great stories this week. We got a bunch on Kiss, and yeah. Before we get into all that, though, we got more on the Motley Crue story, the
Ah,
Motley Crue
here we go.
saga.
Especially with Mick Mars. There he is, right
Yeah, we
there.
got a
Yeah,
big update.
a legendary stage look right there, man. Just killer stage look there. But yeah, he's a couple of items. Boy, the first right out of the gate, though. He's been in cahoots with Motley Crue. They've been going at each other law wise, and we got a update on that. Apparently, Motley Crue, the lovely boys of Motley Crue, have been ordered by a judge to pay Mick Mars legal fees in a lawsuit he filed, and this is just the legal fees. The judge in the case he called out the crew for failing to produce documents in a timely manner, and this was according to the good people of Rolling Stone. These documents should have been produced without the need for prodding by Mars, Judge Chalfant wrote. Chalfant, huh? The failure to produce these documents earlier than December 8th amounts to a refusal. And so the dispute will now move to private arbitration. So we don't even we probably won't even, unless anything leaks, we probably won't get to hear all the juicy details of what all this is, what's going on in this deal.
Yeah, no, I suspect we'll probably get little tidbits, little drips and drabs as it goes on. But yeah, this is kind of a big deal. I mean, people know the background on it. Once Mick split, and then there was dispute over how much he should get paid, and he sued over access to the financial records. So that's what this is all about. And the
Oh,
judge kind of saying, yeah, you should have got it there in a timely manner. It's going to arbitration, so there hasn't been a real ruling on the case itself,
no.
but the judge just ruling that they have to pay his legal fees because they don't seem to be really doesn't seem like they're taking it seriously. I guess if they're not getting
Well,
the documents that
is
need to
yeah,
be,
is the arbitration just to get the documents at this point? Just to
well,
even get the documents? Jeez.
yeah, but
Oh
yeah. So
man.
now it moves to arbitration, and they'll actually judge on the case. But that's going to be later in the year. That's gonna be a ways off. But
Well, this thing always
it
takes.
kind of sends that message that hey, Mick, you're not crazy, dude. You're not
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Well,
we're
he was probably the
the
only sane one in the band. Quite
yeah,
honestly,
right.
you
Yeah.
know, just because he was ill doesn't mean he wasn't sane. He darn good guitarist, and obviously, yeah, the crew. What's the problem? Show it. Come on, show the financials, baby. That's what it's all about. They're gonna have to show the financials. That's pretty. Oh man, that's pretty
Yeah, and it's
crazy
just
cool.
there's gonna be a lot of bitterness here, and there's we talk about bitter rock and roll feuds all the time. This is gonna be one of the all time greats, I think, before it ends up getting
And I
done.
believe he's putting out an album. Or I know he put a
Yeah,
single out.
yeah.
I
No,
don't
he's
know
got
if the
that
album
new
is.
album. Yeah, he's
Hold
got all
on.
kinds,
Okay.
bunch of videos out and all that kind of stuff. So,
So yeah, it's
but he goes on talking about how he carried their asses. He's talking about when they were out, partying and getting messed up and everything. He was the guy holding down the fort and everything. And I gotta probably
I
take some
wouldn't
credence with
doubt
that.
it. I
That
would.
sounds probably about right, man. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
um,
that.
yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
good start to the proceedings for Mick. So it kind of something going in his favor a little bit. So good for
Well,
him.
that's good. Yeah. Jeez, with all his health issues, I bet that sort of gave him a good feeling there, by golly. So Hang in there, Mick. Let's see those financials, baby. And
Oh,
speaking of
yeah.
Motley Crue, the crew of the Motleys, these guys, here it is right there. Motley Crue, they've got the Cruiseum coming. They're celebrating their 43rd anniversary by launching a virtual museum. And of course, they can't call it a museum. It's got to be the Cruiseum. Yeah, there
Cruiseum,
it is right
absolutely.
there.
With the omelet, with the umlauts, yeah, umlauts you call it.
Umlauts right there. Yeah, right above the U. But yeah, uh, yeah, they're excited to open the virtual doors for fans to experience the world's most notorious museum. Oh, so
It's virtual. It's all virtual. Yeah.
yeah, it's all virtual, but it's gonna be notorious. It's not, unlike maybe the Torture Museum or something. That's nothing compared to the virtual Cruiseum. No, you
Yeah.
clowns, you ass
Yeah.
clowns. The world's most notorious museum, the Cruiseum, which gives visitors a glimpse into the wild 40-plus year history of the iconic rock band. This living, breathing virtual museum. A living, breathing virtual museum, Doc. How about that? Developed in
Yeah.
partnership with Definitive Authentic Invenium, features memorabilia ranging from stage clothes, photographs, instruments, mementos, and many other gems. None have probably been seen by the public, and probably for good reason. If you just
Well, you're still not really seeing them. You're seeing a picture of them. You're seeing
picture of him, but you can imagine the biologicals on all them things.
yeah, break out a
best
black
it is
light on some of that
virtual.
stuff. Yeah, right.
Yeah, just like they do on the cop shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't spray a black light. Look for biological. Holy cow! Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Oh, Motley, yeah,
Take them to the lab.
that's brutal, But jeez,
Yeah, they're starting up. I guess they had their old fan club, the Sin Club, SIN. It's an acronym. I don't know what the acronym is, but
yeah,
they're firing that back up so that the members of that fan club, they got first access to stuff and tickets. I don't know, tickets to the website. I don't know how they're doing this.
Yeah,
but,
good riddance.
And first access to purchase items. I guess that would be the bigger advantage. But yeah, it's coinciding with the 40th anniversary of Shout at the Devil. And they're putting out a box set, Year of the Devil. And it's got a LP, a vinyl LP, a CD, a cassette. Yeah, may as well throw in an 8-track. Why not? Singles.
I swear, yeah.
Tarot cards, a pentagram seance board.
Oh, great. That's all the world needs.
That might have been cool back in 82, but
yeah, with the makeup and all
whatever,
that, They're all
now,
thin little boys.
I think kids are a little past that these days. But
I mean, Vince is looking more like a plumbing contractor at these times. To sort of be like the old days when he was as thin as a rail. They looked bad. Don't put all that stuff away, boys, men.
I guess it goes with the imagery of the album, so I guess that's how they get away with it. But yeah,
good riddance. But you many creepers. So, and they're going to obviously continue on. They're not going to stop. So, I'm sure they'll be feeding us with plenty of material down the road. But boy, oh boy. Oh, they're talking here about the highlights of Tommy Lee's drum roller coaster. That was so goofy. I saw that. That was so goofy. That's like so over the edge.
Right.
That's like Keith Emerson.
Spinal Tap-ish, yeah.
Well, Keith Emerson, when he sat on the grand piano when it raised up and started barrel rolling with him on playing it, that was that kind of over the edge stuff.
Yeah,
but
some Spinal
and that's
Tap
funny though,
there.
because at Motley Crue on the final night though, it broke down. That was great, and they got that on the movie. I think The End, or I don't know what a movie
The
is.
Dirt.
The Dirt, but it's upside down, way up above the crowd, and it breaks down. It's great. So roadies had to climb up. Oh, poor again, these poor roadies, Jiminy creepers. The guys that got to hoist a cable and put the doggone thing up. Oh boy, that's brutal. Having worked my whole life on hard jobs, I can't even imagine doing that one. Right. So the Motley, they're not going to go away. They're going to be touring forever. Seems like John 5 is a good fit. So, here we go. Speaking of never stopping touring, wow, look at there. It's Gene Simmons, legendary KISS bassist and all around just weird guy.
Bon
But
vivant, whatever.
bon vivant.
Yeah,
Sure, good call, man.
yeah,
But yeah, apparently he's not gonna say he's putting a band a band back together with a couple of old Kiss members,
yeah. A
and
couple of yeah.
Bruce Kulick and Eric Singer, and he's gonna start touring Brazil, especially. So some guys you just can't stop. And boy, but I'll tell you, he's probably gonna be damn happy, with no more no more makeup. My gosh. Oh, just not at the. Hopefully, he doesn't come out with that stupid axe bass guitarist. I mean, good riddance. Just yeah, come
Yeah,
out and
that
actually.
kind of that's kind of what he's known for. But yeah, you wonder how much it's going to be associated with Kiss, or he's going to be doing all
I
Kiss things,
imagine he's
I
going to
guess.
do
But yeah,
a lot of other things. Of course,
so
Bruce Kulick, he was playing with
Grand
Grand
Funk,
Funk
yeah, he
Railroad,
was the fourth member with Grand Funk. Yeah, I saw them. That's been a few years now, but yeah, with Bruce, of course.
and
And
so
yeah, they say they're touring Brazil, but all I've seen right now is just they have a festival down there in April in Sao Paulo called the Summer Breeze Fest. So I don't know. I've seen the headlines that you did say tour,
yeah,
but
right.
I don't know.
Well,
So
we'll
far, it's
see.
just that fest. So maybe we're gonna hit some
They're
other
just
dates when they
throwing,
get down there. Yeah.
yeah, they're throwing some bait in the water. See what happens. But
But
yeah,
Gene's had a couple solo albums. So he had one called Asshole. I don't know if people remember that one. Then of course, I have it.
oh,
The original solo album.
oh my gosh.
So
Oh, that's
we'll
amazing.
see if he does any off of that old classic, which I highly
Oh,
doubt.
would that?
But
Yeah, holy cow. Yeah.
those albums were so bad, man. They
Are
were
they?
so bad.
I've never even listened to them. I was
Oh
done
yeah,
with
and
them
I listened
after
to them. I gave them a listen not too terribly long. It's been a couple years now, but
I think after the third album I gave up on them.
yeah.
But them first three albums, man, pretty the two studio and the one live, pretty potent stuff. Pretty potent stuff. And of course, like Bruce Kulick, jamming with him and quitting Grand Funk, and of course, instead of Grand Funk getting back Mark Farner, they got another different guitarist named Mark. So
Oh
whatever.
yeah. When I saw him, Mark Farner wasn't with him. No, it
Yeah,
was just
well, but yeah, he's doing
Mel
his
and
own
Don
thing.
and Bruce Kulick and I don't know some other guy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
just so fans don't correct us. Yeah, they had the 3 studio albums and then the live. So
Oh, did they?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Pardon you.
But
I'm getting old, man.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, this is oof, getting old stuff. Really getting
We
old.
talk about Kiss and Motley Crue and a couple other bands, kind of the Ozzy, some other people kind of in the news. But I miss them when they're not in the news. I want to know what you got to be up to something. So
These old
and
geezers. Yeah.
so Gene's going down there, and then of course you got to keep up with Ace, man.
Good old Ace. Hello, Ace. There he is. Hello, Ace. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Yeah, hey. Yeah, I owe the IRS a couple $100,000. Yeah. In a new interview, he did on Chaos Zone, former Ace Frehley was asked about the passport issues which have kept him from touring Europe in recent years. He responded, "Well, well, there's a good chance I can make it to Europe in late summer if I get my passport renewed. I've been having issues with renewing my passport because I have some problems with the IRS. And it's not really the passport bureau, but the IRS. Since I since I owe the IRS a couple of $100,000, they just instituted a new law that if you owe more than 50,000, they won't renew your passport. Luckily, I have some really smart attorneys working on it, and there are ways around it. So hopefully, I will be in Europe this summer.
oh, I'm
If
sure
it
Ace has
doesn't
got it all
happen,
figured out, man. Yeah.
if it doesn't happen, I will be in Europe next summer. But I'd love it to be this summer because it's been too long since I did all the festivals there. Holy schmokums! Number
Oh my
one,
gosh.
well,
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, man.
well, whole cow, yeah, well,
Just
you
when he's
know,
just so nonchalant about it. Yeah, I owe a couple
a
hundred
hundred
grand.
grand. Geez,
My
that's like
lawyers will get it worked out. Yeah,
it's
I
like
don't think
Hunter
so.
Biden territory there.
Right.
That's a lot of money, and it's so nonchalant. No, that's not nonchalant because they're going to keep adding interest onto that.
Oh yeah.
And so eventually, and this is the
Penalties
government.
and interest. Yes,
Not like
yes.
you can file bankruptcy on this one, Ace.
No.
You got to pay it off, and he's probably not even worth a million like they say. I mean, if he needs to pay that off, wow, he's in a conundrum. If I may use a complicated word there, Doc.
Yeah.
Conundrum. He's in a conundrum because he might make some money over in Europe, but he can't get there because he owes money here. So wow, he can't make money over there to pay for the money he owes over here. So
Right.
that is a conundrum.
A
So
catch
wow,
22, if you will. Yeah.
indeed it is. So wow, how about that though? Gee, and he may do well over there. I don't know.
He's always had money issues, man. That guy's never managed money well, man. Just never.
No, right from the
Yeah.
start, and
Yeah.
a lot of drugs and bad investments, man.
Well, you know what? That maybe could be over it, but I was looking at some of he's been 17 years sober. So that's going back to what, 2007, 2006, possibly.
Wow, he should have gotten his shit together by
But
now.
that's what I'm saying. And there's a story in 2013. So that's a few years into sobriety. That's like 5 years in. He lost his home. He hadn't paid mortgage on in 2 years.
Whoa,
And it
now,
also accumulated 20 grand in property taxes.
Oh
So
my
I got
gosh.
that. So
Oh,
he's had issues for a while, and like I say, he's been sober for a long time now. You think he'd be more on top of
Yeah.
things?
And as of a decade ago, he reportedly owned 2 other properties in town, including a vacant lot, which I'm sure by now he doesn't own at this point. And he's living with his girlfriend, and she probably footing the bills. And wow, he's in a real that is really problematic. Wow, wow, wow. Because 200 grand, they're not going to let that go. Trust me, they don't let that stuff go.
No. Then that's going to turn into 250, 300 grand real quick too. So
boy, oh boy, and he doesn't have $1 million. If he does, is not liquid, so that's why he's not paying it off. So, holy cow, that's the problem with him because if you can't go to Europe, he's sort of wrung out the sponge over here. He needs to go, try and get some quick money over there while the getting is good. Got that new 10,000 volts album come out, and
I've heard some of that.
You have?
So bad. It's so bad.
Isn't it?
It's so bad. And he's put out, he made a statement. Oh God, where was it? It was on social media or something, I'm sure, where he's like, after my album comes out, those guys are gonna look like imbeciles.
Oh man,
just that bitterness and that rivalry, and then he puts out the album, and the jam itself's not too bad. Almost Soundgarden-ish kind of sounds like me a little bit, but then the lyrics are just so hokey and corny and juvenile. It's just bad. It's like, oh my God, man.
Wow.
I mean, KISS was never known for their deep lyrics. I mean, let's be honest. But at the same time, man, come on, you put out something a little more decent than that. But
what a shame.
One thing I looked into, I mean, he's put out a number of solo. Oh, I got his solo album too, of course.
No way.
Oh yeah, no, this one, the old one.
Oh,
he's put out a number of them. Fraley's Comet and things like that. So he's put out a number of them. And over the years, he's collaborated with Gene and Paul on songs and stuff. And I don't know if there's anything on this most recent one, but on some of not too far off. But yeah, that's kind of surprised me to find that out. You would think those guys have just been at odds so long.
Well, no, in 2018, yeah, Gene did collaborate on the song Spaceman.
Okay, that's not
Without
that long ago.
You, I'm Nothing, and Your Wish Is My Command.
Yeah,
and Gene played on the Your Wish Is My Command. So, but yeah, wow, he just nothing took off. Boy, what a shame. Boy.
Well, out of the solo albums, he had the best. I would say Aces was the best out of the 4 solo albums. But
yeah,
it's kind of being the tallest midget, man. That's not saying much, man.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, you saw that, right?
Yeah.
The micro midgets are coming. They're coming down a mile from my house in February, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking into that for sure. Let's see, little Ozzy. Come on, little Ozzy. Right. Sing us a song. Sing us a song, little Ozzy man.
Yeah.
Sing us a song tonight. Oh, wow. So yeah, Ace, gosh, God bless him. He made bad choice. If he's sober 17 years though, he should have he should be in better shape than he is now financially, because trust me, if he's out 200 grand to the government, that's a real big problem. So, but he's got smart lawyers. They're gonna take care of it. There's ways around it.
I'm sure Ace is on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can bet that, fella. Oh man. Oh, and oh boy, here we go. Let me see. Kiss News, Jiminy. Yeah, we talked Gene. Text about Vinnie Vincent. My gosh. You remember Vinnie Vincent, man? Look at this picture here.
Oh,
There he
absolutely.
is. That's Vinnie. That's not Vincetta,
That's
ladies and
yeah. It's
that's
not
Vinnie.
Veronica. Yeah,
That's
no,
not
it's
Veronica. That's Vinnie Vincent. Used to be Kiss Guitars. You can see him there with
he is
he
a
was
very feminine looking man. I
yeah,
must say
yeah.
yes.
But this guy, I don't know what the hell he's thinking. He got a Facebook group. Oh, let me see if I can find it here.
As everybody does,
Yeah, everybody does.
literally.
It's called Euphoria, Vinnie Vincent's Euphoria page. And he's starting to charge folks, he's going to start charging folks $200 to join his Facebook page, uh, which
200 annually. So
200
you got to
annually.
re up that every year. Yeah.
Yeah, holy schmokums. And yeah, beginning, what, in couple, another week, February
February,
1st.
February 1st. Yeah. Yeah.
February
Yeah.
1st. So he's doing it, to keep out the riffraff and to ensure the safety and integrity of the fan core of the private club. Wow, you're really deep. That's deep,
I
brother.
don't think you need a $200 annual fee to do that, man. Honestly, I think
Could have
you can
done
probably
that with
throw
a
it.
sawbuck,
Yeah,
man.
you probably yeah. You know,
$5. Hey, okay, fuck you. I ain't gonna join for $5. Hell with you. But
uh,
yeah, wow. I, jeez. He
and what did you
says,
say? He's got like 50 something uh subscribers so
well,
far, or
I
I don't know
looked.
what
I
you
looked
call
on it
them, the
yesterday,
members.
last night, and he says he has thousands. But the one that I looked at, it said the Euphoria. There was like 50 some people on it. He says, "Oh, here it says there have been several thousand people admitted in the last 3 months, and I expect a large number of trolls are lurking. They are in the process of being eliminated. Sorry, but it must be the way I hope you understand. Anyone who wishes to stay can make payment at any time up
Oh
to
my god.
February 1st. Thank you all." Wow. I'm clamoring. Doc, can I use that word?
Sure.
Clamoring. I'm
Yeah,
clamoring
yeah,
to get on the Vinnie
yeah.
Vincent page because I'm so enthralled and excited to see what's going on with his career.
Yeah, he's got the message on there. Pay first at vinnievincent.com shop. $200 annual member fee. Then come back here, request to join, and come on in.
Oh,
So yeah.
oh,
Oh
are
my
you
god.
kidding me, you schmuck?
I haven't heard of anybody doing anything like this. I can imagine. Yeah, we all. It's just part of social media, man. You get the trolls, you get the people making the comments
That's
just
just
for
part of
whatever
life,
reason.
man.
It's just part. But he's decided. I don't know, man. Maybe is he in tax trouble too? Maybe I don't know, man. I don't know.
He
I don't
could
know.
very well
I don't know
be.
why he's trying to scrape
I
his.
never, I did not check his
Yeah, I don't know.
net worth. I enjoy checking the net worths of rich people. Yeah, or
I've
supposed
heard
rich
from a
people.
couple people that those aren't so accurate. There's been a couple folks that said, "No, I'm not. I don't have nearly what they say I have." But
Yeah,
then who knows? They say who knows. But
yeah, yeah. And there's
yeah,
usually go by different sites, different sources to try
yeah.
and get a general idea. But like Bruce, he's worth a half billion. We know that, probably more now. But anyway, back to Vinny Vincent. Yeah, some of the users are really happy about it. One posting from Vinny Vincent, it's not April Fool's yet, right? Another, what a waste of talent and breathable air. Gotta love Vinny.
Well, that's the kind of stuff he's
It's
wanting
a
to keep off
joke.
his site right there. That's why Yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow, that's so
But to me,
crazy.
who's paying for this?
Who the hell?
To me, it's got to be like industry people that can use it as a tax write off. That use it as part of maybe like Eddie Trunk, somebody like that. That's John. But
Well, who
honestly, I
makes you
can't even
pay?
imagine them. Well, I
Eddie
have to
Trunk ain't
keep up.
making people pay for his Facebook
No,
group.
I'm saying I
What
can't
the?
imagine anybody. I have to keep up with Vinnie Vincent. I have to know what Vinnie Vincent is up to, and I will pay $200 a year to keep up with it.
I don't know of anybody on Facebook that charge. And this is the first I've heard of
That's what I'm
somebody actually
saying.
charging to join a
And
Facebook
and,
group.
and him of all people, it just he's
Oh
just
my
I
gosh,
don't.
he's so gone. And yeah, he had that weird face paint when he played with Kiss,
He's
and
the
he still
Egyptian
carries it
warrior. Yeah.
around. And he just don't look good in it anymore. Yeah, as
Yeah, I
if he
saw a
had.
picture where he's all wrinkly, he got on and stuff, but he's an odd looking man. He's just
It,
I don't know.
he's an odd dude, man. He's one of those people. He's one of those characters that give life variety and spice, man. But whatever.
Yeah. You know what though? I always thought that they should have continued with the makeup. All right, once they got it back, I don't want to get into the whole thing here, but once they decided to put the makeup back on, and they put Tom and Eric in the Peter and Ace makeup. I don't think they should have done that. They should have given them some different makeup, man. They could have been, I don't know, whatever, but
Oh, crying out loud. Yeah.
or even
Yeah.
maybe still be the cat and the spaceman, but in a different makeup. Get their own kind of version of that, makeup or
One
something.
could have been a possum or a
Yeah,
Wolverine
right,
or
right, yeah,
something,
or, Goat Boy or something, or
Uh,
you know,
yeah, but no. But yeah, so Vinnie Vincent, man, another one of these cats is gonna, I'm sure, keep us entertained, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, moving on. You got Anthony Kiedis is in the rock news. What do you know about that there, Doc? You want to roll on that?
Yeah, man. We talked last week. Several biopics in the works, and here's another one. We got a biopic coming up on Anthony Kiedis. It's just in the very infancy stages. It's just bought the rights to it. They don't have any casting done or release date or anything. It just the Universal Pictures bought the rights to his memoir, Scar Tissue.
Mm-hmm.
So
2004 autobiography. Yeah, yeah. And early development going on here. And apparently, yeah, I did not read the book. I must say, I did not read the book, but apparently, he had a very interesting, really hard life, even with his old man. They're both addicted to drugs and shit. And I mean, boy, that can lead to some really interesting insights, if you will. And of course, the death of the founding guitarist for the Chili Peppers, Hello
yeah,
Slovak,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he
Hello,
died of a
Slovak. Yeah,
heroin overdose.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So boy, oh boy, I imagine he's probably got a story to tell. Would you think?
Yeah, he was like I've seen stuff on him where he's like, exposed. His dad was doing drugs with him at a really early age and stuff. And he was having sex at an early age. But one thing that was interesting, he was his babysitter. I don't know if it was a regular babysitter, but anyway, at one point he was babysitted by Cher. Cher babysat him, and he saw her naked at
Oh
he's like very
boy.
very young age, and you see naked Cher around the house, man. So
Oh, well, she's
yeah,
probably looking pretty sharp back then too, I
I'm sure,
imagine.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
yeah, I'm sure he's got quite a story to tell, man. So that might be pretty
wow.
interesting,
Yeah, never really got off on their music, just too weird and funky-ish. And, they had their own thing. They got their own thing, obviously.
yeah.
And I found it interesting when they came out and did that concert with nothing but socks on their doinks.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a
That's
big
pretty
one. I
unique.
remember when they came out with the light bulb heads. You remember that? They had like silver suits and big light bulb heads. There. So yeah,
And
they've
of
done some
course,
pretty crazy stuff.
Flea in his legendary acting role as the crazy pickup driver uh, 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 opposite Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future 2.
Right.
Yeah, when they had that
He's in
drag
the Big
race.
Lebowski too. He's one of the nihilists, and he's in
Yeah, that's right.
he's in a few things actually. You know what? I bet he'd have quite a story to tell actually, because
Yeah.
he came up in some very around people and different people coming in and out of his life, famous people and stuff. So I bet he's got quite a story to tell as well. So
Everybody's releasing books. Boy, mine would be about 2 pages long, because it's just, how can really, everybody's got books out. I don't get it, man. It must be nice to have
I'd
the
have a few stories and
well, yeah, it's just putting them down on paper is a pain in the ass. Jeez. Speaking of pain in the ass, if you will, here we go. Madonna. Dun, 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 dun. Madonna's being sued. She's being sued. Madonna's being sued. And we talked about this last week. I think she was like 3 hours late to a concert, and now she's being sued by a couple of New York guys who they wanted to get into the groove with Madonna, but they're suing her because they had to get up so early the next day. This is crazy. Michael Fellows and Jonathan Hayden of the Bronx, that figures. They brought tickets for the 13th, blah blah, and the show was supposed to start at 8:30. Started 2 hours, 15 minutes late at 10:45. And I say that in itself is bullshit, but in the
Yeah,
lawsuit
that
it
seems
said
pretty excessive. Yeah.
says they were confronted with limited public transportation, limited ride sharing, and or increased public and private transportation costs by the time the show let out at 1 a.m. Oh, I'd be ticked off too, brother. You know, oh, and I love this writing. This writer is great for ABC. Perhaps encouraged by Madonna's urging to express yourself, Fellows and Hayden also complained the concert was no holiday because they had to get up early to go to work and or take care of their family responsibilities the next day. I just what a if you're a performer, unless you had a really bad and it
But
probably wasn't. She's
okay,
Madonna.
here's a few takes on this. Okay, one, she's habitually late like that. So one, I don't really know what side of the fence to go on. One, as a concert goer, know that and prepare for that, and know that that's going to be the case. But at the same time, come on. I mean, Bruce, I've been to a dozen Bruce shows. He's always like an hour late. I always figure it's kind of time to get the crowd settled in or whatever. Maybe an hour seems to be maybe about the most you'd want to go, but you're going over 2 hours. That's excessive, man. That's a bit
It's
much.
well, Madonna had demonstrated flippant difficulty in ensuring a timely or complete performance, and defendants were aware that any statement as to a start time for a show constituted at best optimistic speculation. The lawsuit claims so. This is just they're just out to bitch. They must have some money. I don't know.
Well, the actual it was breach of contract and or deceptive trade practices, which
Ooh,
we've all seen the fine print on the back of the tickets. They got all that covered, man. They're
oh
not going.
yeah.
And she's been she's been sued before. 2019, she had a couple of suits, the exact same thing, and they're eventually dropped. I'm sure they were just found baseless. Like I'm sure this one will too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, other than like I said, just know that she's going to be late and prepare for that. And you know,
Yeah. Oh man, what a drag though. Jeez.
I mean, it'd be
Oh,
nice, you can, take the next day off, just, that's what I used to do. I go on a big show like that or something, but, sometimes you can't always do that. And, but,
that's still,
you know,
boy, that's a drag, brother. Speaking of drag, Snoop Dogg's in the news. Snoop Dogg. And this, I really got a problem with this, I must say. The headline reading, CEO fired after viral Snoop Dogg giving up smoke campaign did not lead to sales lift planned for the brand. And if we all remember the Snoop saying he was going to give up smoke and blah, blah, blah. And then a few weeks later, it was actually a smokeless grill or, whatever
fire pit or
fire
something.
pit.
Yeah.
Yes, a smokeless fire pit that it was. I thought it was a really fairly brilliant, uh, it was a brilliant campaign, but, and it led to 60,000 new followers on their social media, but it didn't lead to sales. So they fired the CEO. And I don't know. He probably cost an arm and a leg to do this commercial,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they probably really took a bath and he took a chance and he lost. But at the
That's
same
exactly
time,
right. I think,
that
yeah.
was a really cool, campaign. It was really inventive, and what a shame. This guy will go somewhere. He'll be fine, I'm sure, because yeah, it was a good idea. It just didn't lead to the
Well,
sales,
exactly.
which I'm
It seems to be,
surprised though. I'm surprised it
well,
didn't lead to sales.
Well, to me, how many people are in the market for something like that? I mean, that's something, it's a very niche market, maybe.
Specialized little
But
thing,
then
yeah.
you're trying to draw, with Snoop Dogg, you obviously, you're trying to reach a mass market, and maybe it's something
Broad,
you can put
yeah.
on the home channel or whatever, and home garden channel, whatever it is, HETV. But yeah, they have a mass market. I'm sure there's probably like sitting in that meeting, and hey, I got this idea, and we're gonna get Snoop. How much is it for Snoop? And I don't know what he got, but
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
they were
it's
all worried
seven
about. I'm
figures.
sure
I'm
was
sure, yeah,
was probably big concern about this. This could
yeah,
backfire, and it
right,
did. But
yeah, yeah.
what a shame.
Like I
You know
said,
that
kind of raised awareness and raised their social media presence and stuff like that. But yeah, how many people are actually in the market for something like that, where
Yeah,
sales are gonna be that noticeable to justify paying Snoop Dogg? I don't know what he got paid, but
yeah. They need to branch out. Start making gravity bongs. That'll bring in some bucks. I'm just saying. I don't know. Gravity bong. Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
Snoop got paid. I'm sure this doesn't affect his paycheck a bit, but
Oh no, what a shame though,
yeah,
Uh doggone it.
yeah,
Ugh.
clever concept, but
Well, yeah, he'll be fine, I'm sure, the CEO. That, because the next one the next one could just be brilliant. Well, this was brilliant. It just didn't pan out, like you say.
yeah,
And
yeah. This guy, he'll have something that'll hit, man. He'll be just fine.
yep.
So
Here we go. Sublime, a group we haven't heard about for a long time. And they're going to be reuniting with Bradley Noel's son doing the singing, which is like, wow, for Coachella. Good old Coachella in 2024, brother. What do you think about that?
yeah, that's pretty cool. They've been you may know Bradley Noel died of a heroin overdose,
Uh,
and that in itself is kind of tied into his son because he was a heroin addict, and then with the birth of his son Jacob, he got sober.
mm-hmm.
And then he had a relapse, and that's when he OD'd. Now, you know what? I always think that happens. That's when they OD because they're trying to take the same amount they did before, but their tolerance is not the same. They've been off of it for however long he was out, 6 months, a year, whatever it is. And
Right.
obviously your tolerance goes back down. Some level. I don't know. I'm not an expert on these things, but at some point, and because you hear about this all the time, and then on the relapse, then that's when they OD, man, and die.
Uh,
And they were talking about just the coincidence that he died at 28. Now Jacob's 28, and Sublime's still been kicking around. They had a guy Rome Romero that they had Sublime with Rome. They billed it as, and so they've still been out there, and they do festivals and they do tours and stuff every once in a while. So,
yeah, we were
but
supposed to see them,
yeah, they
but they
canceled.
canceled out on
Yeah,
us.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna see them
yeah.
with Incubus, and that was a couple years ago. But yeah, the other yeah, and the thing to me, the other guys in the band got to be like uncles to this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they
right.
were, and it's
They
just
were around probably,
yeah, yeah,
It's very, very cool. I hope they have a good time. I really do. Jeez. Time runs short, man. You got to enjoy the good times. So, fucking hey, hope they, that's one gig, but hopefully they, you know, do a
and,
tour or
and
something.
I
What the
hope this
hell?
all came very organic because this kid's been in bands since he's a teenager and stuff. So he's legitimately been in bands and doing stuff. So I hope it's not just a gimmick to get people out. Hey, we got this kid out there. I hope he's legit.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
and I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. So yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. You know what else? You know what else is very cool? It makes me feel better knowing that, there he is, Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, he's going to be actually gigging this year. Good for him, man. Uh, he added a slew of 2024 tour dates, and he's going to be 91 in April. So, wow. Good old Willie, man. You can't keep good man down. It says something for a man who smokes a shitload of weed because he does, and he's still going. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Doc. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
got 9 shows. They got a list there. You got the list. I think it's mostly like in Southwest, right?
Actually, where is the list? Let me see.
Or
No,
no,
I
no,
don't.
no. I was
I don't have
looking
it on
at
this
something
one.
else. Oh, I looked it up.
Oh
I
wait,
think
there
it's
we go. Yeah, yeah. He starts out in California in April
San Diego,
22nd,
right?
and then Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota,
Oh yeah,
Iowa, and
yeah.
Missouri.
Oh yeah, comes out here. Okay.
So through May. So wow, 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 wow. Yeah,
Yeah, it
doing
sounds like he's gonna have some killer openers, which I'm sure the line to open for Willie's got to be a long one. I'm sure. So he
oh
probably's
man.
got a pick of
Oh
country and
yeah.
rock artists, quite honestly, to
Anybody
open
for
for him.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good for him though. 91 years old. I can't
I hope
imagine.
he's not back in tax trouble. Remember, he had tax trouble where he had to put
Yes,
out
he
an album
did.
just to pay off taxes. So I hope he's not out there again. I hope he's
Oh
not back
my
at that
gosh,
again.
I hope not. Jeez. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Let me see. Hang on here. Boy, oh, come on, Willie. Let me
And I'm gonna
see.
call it now. I think everybody's familiar with his guitar.
Willie Nelson. That word.
His guitar named Trigger.
Right.
And I'm gonna call it now. If that thing is ever sold, that's gonna be the most expensive ever. I can't imagine anything else going for more. But yeah,
No, Willie don't need no money. He's worth at least 25 mil. So,
eh,
and I'm sure he is. I'm sure once he got
Yeah,
hit
just wants to.
decades
No,
ago. I'm sure once.
no pun intended. Just wants to get on the road again.
Yeah, man. So, boy, oh boy, there you go. Good for Willie, man. Good for Willie. Freaking a
I know.
boy. That'll bring the
Gives us
show
all
to
hope.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I heard that. That'll bring this week to a close. Boy, there's a lot of news we actually couldn't get to, but it was just we gotta dig out the good stuff, and a lot of it's just too repetitive, but a lot of it's the same players every week, but they just keep us interested with their insanity. So we'll bring that insanity to you every week. So thank you again for stopping by. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have a warm up, maybe get rid of some of this snow. My gosh. And the funny thing is, I got my new metal roof on my house. Well, a few years back I put a metal roof on my house, and I don't have any stoppers at the bottom. So as soon as it gets warm, that 10 inches of snow on my
Oh,
roof,
there you go.
it slides down, and you ought to see it. Just it's
That
incredibly
big
bizarre.
sheet. Yeah, yeah. I can
Incredible. It hurt my boxwoods, though. It hurt my boxwoods. But nonetheless,
imagine.
good times are coming. Can't wait. Time to for us gardeners to start looking at seeds for the April the April plant. So around here we plant inside and then we transfer outside. So looking forward to a new year and freaking A, Doc. It's gonna be a great year. Oh, did I don't know if I pointed out who is it? Doobie Brothers is coming
Yeah,
to
with Steve
with
Winwood.
Steve Winwood.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think just to see Steve Winwood, I think I have to go to that one for sure.
yeah,
Don't really
yeah.
give a squat about Doobie Brothers since they're gonna have Michael McDonald, and I think that was a horribilization of Doobie Brothers when they got him in there. They just sort of went totally schmoozy.
Yeah,
But
to me, that was a different band. That was a
yeah,
different era. That was,
exactly.
yeah.
But oh boy, Steve Winwood's coming, brother. Oh,
They don't
woohoo.
have Jeff Skunk Baxter with them, do they? I believe probably not. Pat Simmons, maybe. I don't even know who they got with them. We'll have
Well,
to
yeah,
check
they
it
got
out.
Pat Simmons and who's the other original
Johnston.
Johnston. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I can't remember
They
his
got
first
those two
name.
guys with them. So it's gonna something to look forward to. But again, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for stopping by. And hey, Doc, why don't you take us home, eh?
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. So glad that you did. Please like, share, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Comment, anything you can do. We do this every Monday, so we'll be here next week and a whole new batch of rock news stories. So hope you are too. Until then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.